Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, today, by the mercy of Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, the previous Acharyas, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Radha Krishna, we can today listen from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11 Canto, chapter 17. And last time we stopped on the verse number 43. Today we read 44 and others. Samudharanti ye vipram siddhantam matparayanam tanudarishyana chirat apadbhyo naurivarnavat. Just as the ship rescues those who have fallen into the oceans, similarly I very quickly rescue from all calamities those persons who uplift brahmanas and devotees suffering in poverty-stricken condition. So this is Lord Krishna saying about maintaining the brahmanas, taking care about brahmanas. And we continue reading, actually. Sarva samudare draja piteva vyasanat praja atmanam atmana dhiro yatha gaja patir gajan. Just as the chief bull elephant protects all other elephants in his herd and defends himself as well, similarly a fearless king, just like a father, must save all of the citizens from difficulty and also protect them. So after speaking about Brahmanas' qualities, Lord Krishna now speaking about how Brahmana should be protected. Actually, all society, all Varnasrama society is based on that. Because if Brahmana is pure and honest, then they can achieve liberation. So, and if somebody is protecting them, then he will prosper. So, that is the secret of prosperity of all society. Evam vidho narapatir vimane narkavarchasa vidhuye hasubam kritsnam indrena sahamodate. An earthly king who protects himself and all citizens by removing all sins from his kingdom will certainly enjoy his Lord Indra in airplanes as brilliant as the sun. Siddhan vipro vanikvritya Panyare vapadam taret kadgena vapudakranto nashva britya katanchana. If a brahmana cannot support himself through his regular duties and is thus suffering, he may adopt the occupation of a merchant and overcome his destitute condition by buying and selling material things. If he continues to suffer extreme poverty, even as a merchant, then he may adopt the occupation of a kshatriya, taking sword in a hand. But he cannot in any circumstances become like a dog, accepting an ordinary master. And this, here it is said about the Shudra's occupation is not a load for Brahmana. So Brahmana should accept, he can accept Vaishya or Kshatriya occupation, but mostly more recommended is Vaishya than as a Kshatriya. Because if Brahmana became ruler, that is also not nice. Yes, we see in spiritual, our religious society also, if Brahmana become manager, he become like there is different nature, we can say like this. One should have the nature, the special nature to follow his duties. Next, Vaishya vritya tu rajanyo jiven mrigaya padi charedva viprarupena nashva vritya katanchana. A king or other member of the royal order who cannot maintain himself by his normal occupation may act as Vaishya, may live by hunting, or may act as Brahmana by teaching others Vedic knowledge, but he may not under any circumstances adopt the profession of a Shudra. So also Kshatriya, or who came from the Kshatriya family, he can act as Vaishya or as Brahmana, as teacher, but in any circumstances cannot act as Shudra. Shudra vritim bhajed Vaishya Shudra karukata kriyam Krichran mukto nagarhyena vritim lipseta karmana. A Vaishya or mercantile man who cannot maintain himself may adopt the occupation of a Shudra, and a Shudra who cannot find a master can engage in simple activities like making baskets and mats of straw. However, all members of society who have adopted an inferior occupation, emergency situation, must give up those substitute occupation when the difficulties have passed. So that means when difficult time is coming, then one can change his occupation according to rules, and then he will remain pure. His intelligence will remain pure. But if a difficult time already passed, then you should change your occupation also. Come back to your main occupation. So this Varnasrama system is very strict actually. Vedadhyaya svada swaha bhatyanadyayar yathodayam devarshi pitri bhutani mudrupanyan vaham yajit. One in Grihastha order of life should daily worship the sages by Vedic study, the forefathers by offering the mantra Svadha, the demigods by chanting Swaha, all living entities by offering shares of one's meals, and human beings by offering grains and water. Thus, considering the demigods, sages, forefathers, living entities, and human beings to be a manifestation of my potency, one should daily perform these 5 sacrifices. So this recommended in Shastra to do 5 sacrifices. Like in Bali, they're still doing these 5 sacrifices. So householders So that is what we want to say. If somebody is trying to please Krishna, for him no need to go for these rituals. That is the meaning, what we can say here. I just read the purport. Lord again discusses the duties of those in the household order of life Obviously, the 5 ritualistic daily sacrifices mentioned here are meant for those who are not pure devotees of the Lord and who thus have to counteract their exploitation of material nature by the above-mentioned sacrifices. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is training householders, sannyasis, brahmacharis, and vanaprasthas to engage 24 hours a day in the loving service of the Lord. Those who are fully-time missionary workers in ISKCON have no further obligation or sacrifices to perform, as confirmed in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Devarshi bhuta ptanrinam pitrinam nakin karonayam rini charajan sarvatmanaya sharanam saranyam gato mukundam parihritya kartam. Anyone who has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligation, and has taken to the path in all seriousness, owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, general living entities, family members, humankind, or forefathers. Hare Krishna. So this is it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna saying to Uddhava that all grihasthas should do 5 type of sacrifices. Not only they do their occupational duty, they working to maintain their family. Also, the duty of grihastha is to do these 5 sacrifices. But still, this Krishna consciousness, if somebody is having this Krishna consciousness, no need to do any other rituals. Therefore it is said, Janama Saphalatar E Darashana Jar. Janama Saphalatar E Darashana Jar. Bhagye Hoi Ache Kobara. Vrindavana Keli Chaturbana Mali Tribanga Bangi Marupa Vamsidhari Aparupa Rasamaya Nidhi Gunashali Rasamaya Nidhi Gunashali. This Bhaktivinoda Thakur said this Janama Saphalatar, the life will be successful. Sapha means successful. When one will be able to see Krishna, even one time in his life. So that is importance, the most important, not this ritualistic system, but to see Krishna. And like Narada Muni, mother was having so much attachment to him. And sadhus came and they remained 4 months in his home and doing bhajan kirtan. And Narada Muni accepted prasad, bhajan kirtan and prasad. And he was asking for Maha prasad. So that means remnants from sadhus. Then sadhus became very, very happy of Narada. And then after sadhu left, he was not happy. He could not receive sadhu association anymore. So, but an obstacle was there because mother was so much attachment to Narada Muni. So what happened? Mother was bitten by snake. Mother died. And that was the arrangement of Krishna. It is said like, Yasyaham anugrihnami karishyatad dhanam shanai. So, Now Krishna is helping to his devotees. Now attachment finished, stop. So then he started wandering in the forest. He was wandering in the forest and searching for Krishna. He got tired one day. After taking bath in the river, he sat down and remembered what he learned from sadhu. Then Bhagavan Krishna appeared for a moment in his heart. He said, in this body you cannot see me again. Then Narada Muni said, so what is the need of this body? He prayed to Krishna and gave up body. And Krishna gave him another body, Divya, transcendental body. So Narada Muni did not want to merge into Brahman effulgence. He didn't want to merge with Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. His desire was to serve. Similarly, if we desire to serve Bhagavan Krishna, we can get other body. We will get other body. In this material body, we cannot serve Bhagavan Krishna. So the main goal is not to remain in Varnasrama always. The Varnasrama is just the form of life. But actually the main goal is to go to Krishna. How to see Krishna, that is important. And otherwise, even this system, we doing rituals, we worship, but we can be envious towards the Supreme Lord. We can see that Supreme Lord is getting sumptuous prasadam. We are getting, like Shpashna Chandra Maharaj saying, we are taking dalma rice, very simple food, but we offer to Supreme Lord very opulent prasadam. And we cannot do seva because we always thinking, why I am not taking, why this only for Gopal they cooking little and offer to him. I am not taking this puri, they cooking for Gopal, I am not taking this paratha, they cooking for Gopal. So, and Supreme Lord cannot accept seva with envy. And to discuss this subject, we are accepting Guru. So how to do seva? Therefore we need Guru. That is the goal actually of Varnasrama system, to accept Sadhu Guru. But problem is, we are accepting Sadhu Guru, but we are not discussing with him about Bhagavan. We just getting some stamp that I got initiation, I'm initiated now. And we are doing what we want. But the really service is very important. Like even chanting 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why sometimes it's difficult to chant 16 rounds? We're not speaking about 5 types of fire sacrifices like here in the verse it is recommended. We're just speaking about 16 rounds of japa. It is difficult when we don't know our identification. So I could not understand who am I, what this I is. The body I got from father and mother. Is it I? Is it me? This is wrong notion. So when I am saying just, I am the son of so and so, and to identify myself with it, what we are doing? We are using our mind and intelligence. So in this way, all Varnasrama system became spoiled. All Varnasrama system. To notify everyone who am I, we are using our mind and intelligence. Subtle body is mind, intelligence is false ego. Intelligence and false ego, yeah. And subtle body, what we are doing, with, like for example, mind, we are accepting, we are rejecting. We are accepting what we like, and we rejecting what we doesn't like, what we don't like. And what intelligence is doing? Something we build. Now we are breaking. Then again we are constructing. Breaking and constructing, Shri Chandra Maharaj said. And because we are not able to understand who am I, we are not able to understand, we are not able to do Krishna bhajan. Therefore we breaking Krishna bhajan, breaking seva, and then again constructing something, speculating, creating something different. Similarly, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur said, even at the time of sleeping, we should think about that. When this body will be perished, how I can be engaged in Hari Bhajan. So always thinking how I can do seva for Krishna. And Shri Chandra Maharaj said that words of Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati. When I heard this class, he said, at the entrance to the spiritual world, 2 gates are there, and 2 doorkeepers are standing there, and not allowing to enter into spiritual world. Who are these 2 doorkeepers? Body and mind. Body and mind. They are not allowing us to go to the spiritual world. I am means what? I am spirit soul, Prabhupada said. Jivatma. So, but body and mind are not allowing to always be spirit soul. And but Bhagavan is so attracting. This Varnasrama system has no mellow, no sweetness actually. Nothing interesting in this Varnasrama system. Without Krishna, nothing. But this Varnasrama system is very nice if we use it to approach sadhu, if we use to go to Krishna in this way. Because Krishna is so attractive, nice fragrance coming from his body. But this fragrance is not touching my nostrils. The tune coming from his flute, nice melody, the fifth tone, is not able to penetrate my ears. Like here in the South Asia and India also. You go to market, you hear so much noise. So much noise coming to our ears. The same way, the soul, Atma, is in dormant state. Therefore, the soul cannot hear what Krishna is saying. And this type of relishment is not becoming possible because Atma is sleeping. Sleeping. Just we can use this Varnasrama system just for external designation. Oh, I'm Brahmachari, I'm Grihastha, I'm Vanaprastha, I'm Sannyasi, I'm such and such, I'm Brahmana, I'm Kshatriya, I'm Shudra, I'm Vaishya. But we cannot, but the soul is sleeping, still is sleeping, by doing this different type of rituals, but still sleeping. So therefore, when There is Bhagavatam classes going on, 2-3 hours, mind is saying, why unnecessary we are sitting here for 3 hours? Come out. So, like Sripad Chaitanya Maharaj said, some devotee is sweeping in the temple court and courtyard, and other person came and said, what are you doing here? Just only sweeping. You can become so great person in this material world, but here in the temple you just sweeping. So this devotee is thinking, so maybe I leave, maybe I really become great person. And somebody can criticize and say, you see, there is in your ISKCON society, there is some manager. He always give you wrong advice. He's saying, do this heavy seva, you will suffer. You will get so much suffering. So, just see, have you seen someone who has done Krishna bhajan and is happy? Come with me. So many work are there. You will get happiness. You will get sukha, happiness. This is happiness. So real Daivi Varnasrama, like Prabhupada explained, it is not so interesting for ordinary people. Ordinary people cannot understand. Because we are not enjoying. We're trying so hard to do seva, and they thinking, oh, these people are suffering so much. And they going to prayer. Prayer means this is external pleasure for senses, but temporary. Because in material world like that, manager who is managing the project, the temple, he is thinking about how to make my body and mind peaceful. So, then the question is coming. If someone will be always remain engaged in the bodily pleasure, how the soul will get pleasure? When one is engaged in Krishna bhajan, then Atma will get so much happiness. So we are not giving food to the bird inside the cage. We are just taking care about the cage. And one day bird will die. So we are not able to listen to the conscious being. We are listening unconscious being. That means we are listening to body and mind. And when we will listen to Atma soul, we will do what Atma wants. And Atma wants to serve Krishna and to please Him. That is desire of Atma. Very important. So if someone is trying to please Krishna, he doesn't need to go for this type of rituals. He is not becoming indebted. He has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Mukunda and serving. He is not at all indebted. So this is not applicable to a pure devotee. This sacrifice, which is mentioned here in this shloka, because devotee is not rini, he is not indebted. Other people, they after taking birth, they have so many rini. Rini means debt. I am indebted to sage for knowledge. I am indebted to parents for life. I am indebted to all living entities, to ancestors, and so on. So many rini, but here it is said he is not becoming indebted. And jiva, like we are in marginal potency. Tatastha dharmi jiva. Therefore, we want to take birth again and again. Like Shri Maharaj was joking. BMW, the car BMW, is not in Goloka. BMW in material world. So better I take birth next life, so I will have BMW. Yeah. So Maya created the nice, perfect place, nice supermarket for us. You just go and get everything, but that is not needed if we go to the lotus feet of Mukunda. Therefore, this Varnasrama system, Varnasrama society, we can say, is not so much attractive for people today. Because if everybody will go just to do Krishna bhajan, to serve Krishna, so what will happen? Nobody will buy BMW. Nobody will buy opulent car. Everybody will live simply. So that is kind of revolution. So you just start this to establish this Varnasrama system. You officially say to everybody you will start. Immediately so many obstacles will come. So many people will be against you, especially who is from government, and because these people have so much fear. If everybody go for Krishna Seva, what will we do actually? Therefore, this teaching which we are getting about Varnasrama system is not easy to apply to this in this material world. It is completely new. It is just to show how people can, we can say, overcome all material obstacles and get liberation. If you just speak about that, do you think people in this world will be happy? Who is having power of authority? They will be happy if everybody will get liberation? No. So next verse. Yadrichaya papanena shukleno parjitena va dhanena pirayan vrityan nyayena baharet kratun. A householder should comfortably maintain his dependence, either with money that comes of its own accord, or with that gathered by honest execution of one's duties. According to one's means, one should perform sacrifices and other religious ceremonies. So that means Grihastha should do some work. Not only like he is getting some passive income, he should do some work. It's his duty. That is completely different. Kutumbeshu na sajjeta na pramadyet kutumbyapi vipaschinashwaram pashye adrishtam apidrishtavat. A householder taking care of many dependent family members should not become materially attached to them, nor should he become mentally unbalanced, considering himself to be the Lord. An intelligent householder should see that all possible future happens, just like that which he has already experienced is temporary. So here it is said that family man often acts like a lord, protecting his wife, ordering his children, maintaining servants, grandchildren, domestic animals, and so forth. The words na pramadyet kutumbyapi indicate that although one acts a little lord, surrounded by his family, servants and friends, one should not through false pride become mentally unbalanced, considering oneself to be the actual Lord. The word vipaschit indicates that one should remain sober and intelligent, never forgetting oneself to be the eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Householders of the upper, middle, and lower class become attached to different types of sense gratification. In any economic or social class, however, one should remember that all material enjoyment, either here or in the next life, is temporary and ultimately useless. A responsible householder should guide his family members and other dependents back home, back to God, for an eternal life or bliss and knowledge. One should not become a false and puffed up Lord for a brief span of time, for then one will remain bound up along with his family members and the cycle of repeated birth and death. So that is, today we read enough, I think, from Srimad Bhagavatam. So, here is said also, next shloka. Putra dharapta bandhunam sangama panta sangama anudeham viyantyete swapno nidranugo yatha. The association of children, wife, relatives, and friends is just like the brief meeting of travelers. With each change of body, one is separated from all such associates, just as one loses the object one possesses in a dream when the dream is over. Here it is said Panta Sangama indicates the momentary association of travelers at hotels, restaurants, tourist spots, or in more traditional cultures, fresh water, wells, and walking paths. That means we are just tourists in this world. That is the teaching of Varnasrama. Why so many rules and regulations? Because we only in this way it is possible to give up the false ego and pride. And if one has given up this false ego and pride, then all society will be peaceful if everyone do like that. All our problem now in the modern society, only because someone is having so much ego, so much false ego, pride, and therefore war is starting and many things happening. So a traveler from a foreign country, he can have some conversation with local people, but the connection is not so deep. He remained the foreigner. It's the same way we in this material world, we can talk, we can have conversation with different family members, but we are not from this family. We are from Krishna family. That is the meaning Prabhupada said. This is Prabhupada disciples give in the commentary. So, like traveler, very traveler exhausted from his journey, he should go back home, back to Godhead, for eternal peace as the faithful servant of Lord Shri Krishna. This is possible only if we follow pure life. So that is the shloka today. Maybe we'll stop. Today, Hare Krishna. Jai Granthkaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Ananta Kuti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premananda.